Hey, Lauren, can you call Master Control for me and get me on air? I got a tornado warning. Yes. All right. Hello, everyone. Joining this live stream in progress. We are about to go on air. We got a new tornado warning. This is going to be for Macon as well as Sumter County down in our southeastern or southwestern part of the state. So that is what we're working on. We're about to jump on air so we can stay up to date for this. But again, we are watching things very carefully. Just a complex of thunderstorms working its way through middle Georgia currently. We got several severe thunderstorm warnings, and we do have now a tornado warning. So we'll be going on to Fox 24 as well as ABC 16 here momentarily. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We have numerous thunderstorms ongoing across middle Georgia. Severe storms, yes. A tornado watch, yes. That is what we're dealing with, and we're going to continue to watch this over the next couple of hours. This is essentially round one of the storms that we have been watching all morning long as they continue to drop off towards the south and west or south and east at about 40 miles per hour. So that is what we are dealing with right now. Again, it's a mess across middle Georgia. Widespread rain and storms, heavy rainfall been coming down all morning long. And as far as the severe weather threat is mainly south of the city of Macon and Bibb County right now. We're watching two areas of concern, and one is that tornado warning. All right, so this is what we're watching right now, these strong storms across our southeastern or southern counties. But again, here we are. We got a potential severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. It's about to move into Sly County and then over towards Macon County and the northern portions of Sumter County. So you see that red polygon, that is what we are dealing with currently. Just checking with the weather service. Excuse me. But there we go. Big picture. We'll go big picture real quick until we officially get on air. But again, there it is. Here is what we are dealing with. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Bleckley, Dodge, Lauren, Twiggs, portions of Houston County, and down into Pulaski County. This tornado warning, that's going to be for Macon, Sly, and Sumter County, as well as Marion County. And the storm of concern is coming out of Marion County right now. It's going to clip Sly County, southern portions of Macon County, and northern portions of Sumter County. Now notice that polygon. It's north of Americus, but it does include the city of Montezuma. So again, that is what we are dealing with currently with these storms. All of middle Georgia continues to be under a tornado watch until 5 p.m. So we're going to go live on air right now, and here we go. Good afternoon, Middle Georgia. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett, watching severe thunderstorms across the mid-state right now. We have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, but we're breaking into programming right now because we have a tornado warning. It is going to be in effect for Macon County as well as Sumter County and Sly County. It's this severe thunderstorm coming out of Marion County that's going to be capable of producing a tornado as it works off towards the east. Now, the polygon you see for Houston County, Twiggs County, Pulaski County, Dodge County, Lawrence County, that's going to be a severe thunderstorm warning. That's for this storm that just came through Warner Robins, capable of producing 60 miles per hour winds. Now, for the city of Macon, back towards Thomaston, Forsyth, Monticello, it's just plain rain, a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning. The main core of the severe weather threat is now on these southern counties, closer to where we're getting some of these stronger storms. So we'll pause this, and I'll take you in a little bit closer as we get down towards Montezuma. Again, Montezuma, you are included in this tornado warning. Again, this is Marion County where Buena Vista is. You got Sly County where Ellaville is, and then you get over into our part of the state. You get southern Macon County, northern portions of Sumter County. Now, Americus is not included in this warning, but Andersonville is, and then there's the city of Montezuma. So you kind of got all these counties coming together, but you can see tremendous amounts of lightning with this storm as it's making its way from Marion County into Sly County. It's going to be rapidly pushing off towards the east at about 40 miles per hour is how fast these storms are moving right now. So I'll get the latest specifics from the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City. Again, issues a tornado warning until 1 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Drainerville or near Buena Vista, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So it's actually getting mainly into Sly County, and if it holds together, it's going to be heading over towards Macon County and northern portions of Sumter County. So let's dive in a little quicker, or a little closer, should I say, and we'll get a general idea. Walls crossing, heavy rainfall. And now I'm about to pull up the velocity, and this is what we look at to see which way the winds are blowing. So we'll pull off the lightning. We'll turn that lightning off because that's kind of a bit of a distraction sometimes. And then we'll turn the velocity on and see what we can see. Of course, just an active weather day. Most of middle Georgia, it is just plain rain. But where we're looking at some of these stronger storms, that is what we are looking for as far as the severe weather threat. So again, just watching things very carefully as these storms continue to push off towards the east at 50 miles per hour. And again, this is a radar indicated tornado. That means it's not confirmed, but there's enough evidence on the radar to show that we are dealing with the potential for a tornado. And again, here's what we look at, Doppler winds. This a lot of times tells us what we're looking for, and that kind of stands out. You got a little red area within a lot of green, and green is inbound winds, red is outbound. So this is where the circulation is. Now this is north of Drainville, now approaching Walls Crossing. This is Marion County, this is Sly County, here's Murray's Crossroads, and then you get over towards the Sly County High School, and then this is right along Highway 26 that runs over towards essentially the heart of Sly County. So that is what we are dealing with. And it really stands out. So that is pretty good rotation right over the community of Putnam. Here's Doyle. Now again, that's Marion County. You get over into Sly County. So right over the city of Putnam, that's where we're dealing with this potential tornado as it's moving off towards the east. Walls Crossing needs to be in your safe place. Ellaville, you got to be in your safe place as well. And then again, the polygon, the actual warning extends as far east as the city of Montezuma, as well as Andersonville. So if this were to hold together, it's going to continue to track off towards the east at 50 miles per hour. And what I'll do is I'll put a tracker on this, maybe give you a little bit of a timing, maybe get you prepared for when that part of the storm is going to be impacting your exact location. So we're going off towards the east, and we'll do the next 20 minutes or so. And again, Walls Crossing at approximately 12:43, Ellaville at 12:48, and then Fountainville, that's going to be over in Macon County at approximately 1 o'clock. So keep that in mind. That is what we are tracking with this storm as it pushes off towards the east at 50 miles per hour. And again, that's our main area of concern. If it holds together, there's Andersonville National Cemetery, Macon State Prison. Just these are some of the landmarks in southern Macon County and the northern portions of Sumter County. Again, looking at the circulation, it's right over Walls Crossing. So if there is a tornado, this is the area. It's going to be over the community of Walls Crossing. Now, what we were looking at a minute ago doesn't look quite as intense as far as the rotation with this storm as it was the last radar scan. So hopefully this storm is not strengthening. It looks like it could be weakening some, but you still need to be in your safe place. That does include the Sly County High School. Essentially all of Sly County is included in this warning, and then it continues to slide over towards the east into Macon County. Now, I'll go back off towards the north. We got another severe thunderstorm warning, and this is really coming out of Twiggs and Bleckley County, or should I say Bleckley County as we speak. Very strong winds. This is not a tornado warned storm, but winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour are possible with this storm as it's making its way through portions of really several of our counties. So I'll pull up the warnings to just give you a general idea of what we're looking at. So here is the severe thunderstorm warning. Bleckley, Dodge, Lawrence County, Twiggs County, as well as Pulaski County, you're included in this. It's just to the north of Eastman. Doesn't include Dublin yet, but it's right over Cary and well as Cochran, getting heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning with this storm as it's making its way just to the north of Hawkinsville. So it's coming out of Houston County, it's crossed through southern Twiggs County, now it's completely, really the core of that threat right over Bleckley County. And again, that is a severe thunderstorm warning until 1:15. We go back to the west, again, we're on programming right now. We're doing this wall-to-wall coverage because we do have a tornado warning in our viewing area, and our station policy is anytime we have a tornado warning in our viewing area, we go wall-to-wall, and that means we're going to be on air as long as the warning and threat continues. But again, Macon County as well as Sumter County, those are in our viewing area. This storm coming across Sly County right now does show pretty strong evidence of rotation. So again, it's right over Ellaville. You see tremendous amounts of lightning with this storm, and it's going to continue tracking off towards the east. If it were to hold together, just a heads up for maybe portions of Dooley County, where Unadilla is, as well as Vienna, you could see a warning issued over towards your direction. So just a heads up, Interstate 75 back towards the west, we are watching this very carefully. But again, Montezuma, you are included in this warning. Americus, as well as Plains, you are not. This is really for the northern extreme portions of Sumter County. Now we'll go back to show big picture, the rest of middle Georgia. It's rain, it's thunderstorms, but nothing severe currently, and that's certainly some good news. We got heavy rainfall in Upson County, Macon-Bibb County. We heard the tremendous amounts of rain and some thunder within the last 30 minutes as these storms move through downtown Macon, but those are sliding over into Twiggs County as well as Wilkinson County and heading over towards Washington and Johnson County. But again, you see where these two areas of intense lightning are? Those are your two updrafts. Those are your two strongest thunderstorms, and that's where we have a severe thunderstorm warning as well as this tornado warning down in our southwestern counties. We'll expand out a little bit more to see what's going on back towards the west. Good news is a lot of the thunderstorm activity back into Alabama has not been severe, so if this continues to drop off towards the south, we're getting a rain-cooled air mass in place, and that's stabilizing the atmosphere across middle Georgia, and that means the severe weather threat will decrease as we head through the next couple of hours. But we got to get these main storms in our southern counties out of the viewing area and down towards Alma as well as Albany and continuing to push over towards Savannah. Atlanta, it's been raining all morning long. I don't know if you know this, overnight, tremendous amounts of damage, numerous tornadoes, North Alabama, North Georgia, Southern Tennessee. They had a mini tornado outbreak. We knew that wouldn't occur here as far as the size and scope of a tornado outbreak, but we knew we could have some severe weather today, and that is why we have that weather warn. So again, when we talk about tornado warnings, we always tell you to be in a safe place. That's a small interior room, away from windows, away from doors. Mobile homes offer incredible affordable housing in many locations, but they offer you no protection for severe weather, so you cannot stay in a mobile home during a severe thunderstorm warning or even especially a tornado warning. Again, we always push our WGXA Skywatch weather app. It has that interactive radar. It lets you know where the storm is, where it's heading. If you don't have it right now, you can scan the QR code and download it for free, but it also has those push notifications. I have it on my phone. I have it on my work phone as well. I usually get the warnings from it faster than I do anything else. So a great piece of advice, one of the ways you can keep your family safe and informed of the approaching weather. And again, we'll be watching this. Now, this is round one of severe weather we're tracking as well. We possibly could have another round of strong storms overnight, but we'll worry about that in the later forecast. We're going to really focus on these severe storms that we are dealing with right now. So go back to the radar. Again, Warner Robins off towards the north. The severe weather threat is over. Now, we got a new update from the National Weather Service, and they have changed the color of that polygon. So that is very concerning. That means that's a confirmed tornado right now. So that is what we are looking at with this storm down into Macon, Sly, and Sumter County. Latest update from the National Weather Service. A confirmed tornado was located near Ellaville, moving east at 20 miles per hour. So again, this is now a confirmed tornado on the ground in Macon, or in Sly County, that's going to be heading over towards Macon as well as portions of Sumter County. And again, here it is. That sticks out. That's a bullseye showing you that there is strong rotation, and that is what we are seeing currently. This potential tornado is over Ellaville. So if you're in Sly County, you got to be in your safe place. Fountainville, Macon State Prison, Anderson National Cemetery, La Crosse. This looks like it's going to be just to your north and west. And again, if this storm continues to push off towards the east, and they said moving to the east at 20 miles per hour, so it has slowed down. Montezuma, you're up next. Here's Highway 26 that takes you down towards Ellaville, and then there's US 19 that brings you through Ellaville and then drops you down towards Americus. And again, that center of circulation, you can really see that. Green is inbound, red is outbound, and that's a very strong indication of a tornado, and now the Weather Service confirming that this is a confirmed tornado with this storm in portions of Sly County. And again, it's going to be heading into southern Macon County and maybe clipping northern portions of Sumter County near Andersonville. Now, Americus Plains, you're not included in this warning. That's certainly some good news, but we are watching this storm very carefully. And again, I'm going to put the tracker on here just to give you a general idea of where it's going and maybe some time. So we'll pull this out for the next 30 minutes or so, and it will just show you some of the communities that could be impacted by this now confirmed tornado. So again, Macon State Prison, 106. Macon County Elementary School, 108. You got Oglethorpe at 109. The city of Montezuma at 112. And then Spalding at 114. Ellaville, it's over you right now. That's where we're getting that confirmed tornado. Fountainville, 101. That's when this storm capable or that is now producing a tornado will be in your location, and it's going to be working its way off towards the east. Again, it's moving slower than it was. It was originally at 50 miles per hour. It is now moving at 20 miles per hour. So that is slowed down a little bit. Doesn't mean anything about the storm, but that just really shows strong rotation right over the city of Ellaville right now. And you can see that. That's a bullseye. Green, again, inbound winds, red is outbound winds, and this is where we're seeing that strongest area of circulation right over the city of Ellaville. It's right along US 119. This is 153 that brings you up out of southern portions of Marion County, and then Highway 226 that's going to take you over towards Andersonville, and then you get 126 that takes you up into Macon County, and then that's, again, a confirmed tornado is what the National Weather Service is saying. So again, if you're in northern portions of Sumter County near Andersonville, southern portions of Macon County, be in your safe place. You've got just a few minutes before this confirmed tornado is making its way towards you. Again, we'll go back out to the big picture and show you there is another severe thunderstorm that we continue to track. Now, this is not tornado warned, but winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour can do just as much damage as a tornado. So do keep that in mind. Take these severe thunderstorm warnings very seriously today. And this could be producing inch-size hail. That's quarter-size hail. So that can certainly produce some damage as well. But the warning, it still includes portions of Houston County as well as Twiggs County. You're in the safe from this storm. This is completely in Bleckley County now, northern portions of Pulaski County, and it's really heading into Lawrence County and northern Dodge County. This is where we're seeing intense lightning, some very strong winds. So Dublin, you're not included in this warning just yet, but be prepared. This storm is off towards your south and west. If it holds together, it does look like it could be impacting Dublin as well as the Interstate I-16 corridor. So do keep that in mind. But again, our main storm of concern continues to be back in Sly County. It's going to be heading into Macon County as well as northern portions of Sumter County. And again, we're constantly talking with the National Weather Service. They're in charge of issuing warnings. And again, they continue the verbiage of this is a confirmed tornado. That means they're either seeing debris or they're having reports. So I'll actually pull up the debris tracker on this storm. And what we look for is dual pole radar, which we use a lot these days. A lot of times it can see debris being lofted by these storms. And a lot of times you look for indications of that. Now, we're kind of far away from the radar, so it's kind of hard to see this, but I just not seeing any debris being lofted. Now, the radar beams thousands and thousands of feet up in the air. If this storm's lifting debris thousands and thousands of feet up in the air, that means it's a strong tornado. But the Weather Service continues to monitor this, again, right over the city of Ellaville. Again, here's another shot of the winds we are looking at. This is what we call storm relative winds. And the indications there, it's not as intense on this one now. Again, this looks like a bucket of spilled paint, but there is circulation within the storm. I'll go back to the velocity product and we'll see what it's showing, and that's what we've been looking at to see the stronger indication of that tornado. And again, if you notice that circulation, it is still there right over Sly County High School, heading towards the community of La Crosse. And again, if it holds together, it's going to continue to head over towards the Andersonville National Parks, or National Cemetery, excuse me. So again, Weather Service still calling this a confirmed tornado as it's making its way off towards the east, currently at 20 miles per hour. So again, you got to be in your safe place. That's a small interior room, away from windows, away from doors, and that is the safest place. Again, manufactured homes offer great affordable housing, but they offer you no protection from severe weather. So you've got to make sure you have a place where you can be safe and your family is safe. And maybe if you know someone that's in this area that may not be paying attention to the weather, be sure to call them, let them know. You can help us by informing people, and that's what we call the Be the Hero campaign. It's let people know if you know somebody in Ellaville or to the south of Ellaville now where this confirmed tornado is. And again, right near the Sly County High School, here's highway, that's 228 coming out of Ellaville, and that's heading over towards Andersonville. And again, this is Sly County, this is Macon County, and this is Sumter County. So we're kind of getting to where all three of these counties come together as the storm will continue moving off towards the east. There's Bumphead. Pennington, of course, is in portions of Sumter County. The storm, it looks like it's actually tracking off towards the southeast a little bit, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So Bumphead, Andersonville, or the National Cemetery, and this may stay just to the south of the Macon State Prison, but of course, that's a landmark in Macon County. A lot of people live and work around the area that's associated with the prison, so that's why we have it on the radar as well. And again, the area of concern is now in extreme southeastern Sly County, about to move through the essential panhandle of Sumter County, the part of Sumter County that sticks up and touches Macon County. So here's Andersonville, and then there's Montezuma, which is Macon County. So this is the area of concern we continue to watch moving due east along Highway 228. It is now to the east of US Highway 19, now to the east of Ellaville. The Weather Service checking with the EMA directors across southwest Georgia to see if any possible damage has been reported. And we're getting some new updates as far as the tornado watch. So I'll show you that. All of Middle Georgia continues to be in a tornado watch, but they're starting to trim some counties away. Tornado watch for Macon and Twiggs County goes until 1 p.m., but for the rest of us, it's until 5 p.m. But I am encouraged that they have started trimming some of our northern counties out of the way. So that means the tornado threat is winding down. And I think as these storms to the south continue to push off towards the south, we're going to continue to see this watch be discontinued. Now, we may get more severe weather later tonight. We'll have to watch and see. And I'll actually show you the future radar. We have several different future radars we like to use when it comes to severe weather and forecasting if we're going to have more severe weather. Again, this is what we've been dealing with this morning, the rain and storms. The severe weather threat, it's over by 4 or 5 this afternoon for all of Middle Georgia. It looks like we'll get a little lull in the activity, and then after midnight tonight, the models still show that there could be some thunderstorms moving into Middle Georgia, but I really like the idea that it's not showing that batch. Now, tomorrow morning, we could have another round of strong storms, and these are what we call MCVs, or mesoscale convective vortices, or MCSs, should I say, mesoscale convective systems. That's what we used to call a line of thunderstorms, but an MCS, it's a complex of thunderstorms. It's a line of thunderstorms that are moving all in unison together, and a lot of times out on the leading edge of this, that's where you get those strong winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour. We could be dealing with one of these again to start the day tomorrow, but then we'll get through tomorrow. Rest of Friday, Mother's Day weekend looking exceptional, but we got to get through today first. And again, we did declare that today is a weather warn day because we do have this threat for severe weather, the chance for a few isolated tornadoes, damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, and large hail is possible. Some of these storms overnight were producing softball-sized hail across North Alabama and North Georgia. Hopefully, we don't have to deal with anything like that. And hopefully, these storms we're dealing with right now will continue to stabilize the atmosphere, continue to, all right, we got a new tornado warning. This is going to be for Dodge and Lawrence counties. So let's go back to the radar, and I will show you what we are dealing with now. So that means we have 2 tornado warnings across middle Georgia as we speak. Here is the radar. And again, for the city of Macon off towards the north, it's rain, no severe weather threat. We are now looking at these 2 tornado warnings in our southern counties. Again, I've been talking about the one that's coming out of Sly County, now moving into extreme southern Sumter County, or excuse me, northern Sumter County, southern portions of Macon County, now to the south of Montezuma. We do now have this new tornado warning that is included for Lawrence and Dodge County. And here we go. This is that new warning. That red polygon you see, that is that tornado warning. It does include Caldwell, does not include Chester. Chester, you're getting rocked and rolled right now. Heavy rainfall, tremendous amounts of lightning, probably getting some hail up around the Chester area, and that part of the storm is going to be heading over towards Dublin. Eastman, you are included in this warning, but the main area of concern is southern, really, Lawrence County and northern portions of Dodge County. And I'll pull up the velocity once again on this one, and we'll zoom in and really check out to see what the Weather Service may be seeing. And again, I think this is going to be the area they are most concerned with. So here's Bay Springs Church Road, you got Price Road, you got Reedy Branch Road, and Sophia Drive. We look for, like I said, where we look for those areas of rotation. This bright yellow you see, those are intense winds, period. So that's why we have a severe thunderstorm warning, but also we are watching for that tornado warning. And this looks like where we're going to be seeing that tornado. It's very small, but it kind of just sticks out to us. And it has shifted off towards the east, and we'll see if we get an update on the radar. Doesn't look as impressive as it was, but we're seeing very intense winds. This is Plainfield, there's Eastman. These are winds probably 60 to 70 miles per hour that are racing off towards the south and east. That can do just as much damage as a tornado. It doesn't matter if a tree falls on your house, if a tornado or a severe thunderstorm did it. It's still a tree on your house, and that's all that matters. So we are watching this one, and again, southern Lawrence County and northern Dodge County, really just to the north and east of Eastman. This has been the area of greatest concern with that circulation, and then that will continue to head over really into portions of Lawrence County, and that's going to be heading right towards Highway 46, and then you get over towards US Highway 319 as we get over into Lawrence County. That little area of concern not really showing up, but what is concerning, those bright yellows you are seeing, those are very intense winds. It doesn't matter if they're circulating or they're not. This is going to be producing damage. So that's why we got that severe thunderstorm warning as well as the tornado warning in effect for Dodge and Lawrence County. I'm going to go back to the other storm that has had a history of producing damage, or has been a confirmed tornado. So looks like we're getting a new tornado warning, and yes, it has been extended off towards the east. So the new tornado warning does include Sly County, Sumter County, you got Macon County. Now notice, this is a new polygon. Montezuma, you are in the clear from this, and then this is heading over towards Dodge County, Dooley County. So now Dooley County, you are under a tornado warning, and again, it's going to be for this part of the thunderstorm that has been, at least had a confirmed tornado earlier with it, but it's still showing signs of strong rotation. So again, southern Sumter, or southern Macon County, here's Montezuma. This is now to the south of you. This is really, in fact, mostly in northern Sumter County, and then you head over towards the east. The new warning includes much of Dooley County, Byramville, Vienna, Unadilla. You are not included in this, but it does make it towards Interstate 75. So, and now that you're in Dodge County, we have a new, or Dooley County, now that we're under a tornado warning, you got to start reviewing your safe place. You be prepared to get in a small interior room, away from windows, away from doors. You can't stay in a mobile home or a manufactured home during these events. you've got to get to a site-built home, or you got to have a basement. You've got to have somewhere where you and your family can get during these storms. And again, the area of concern, it's not as impressive as it was, but there's still rotation. There's a lot going on here between the Andersonville National Cemetery, Pennington, and then you get down towards Sumter County High School, just to the north of America. So this is the area of concern. I would say roughly along State Highway 49, that is where we're seeing these storms are that most likely threat for a tornado. And again, we'll look at the wording from the National Weather Service just to see how fast this storm is moving. The warning goes until 1:45. It's producing a located near Bumphead or near Americus. It's really to the north and east of Americus. Americus is not included in this tornado warning. Bumphead is actually in Sly County, so this is the area we were concerned with, and it looks like it has moved over into Sumter County as of right now. Again, Sumter County, Macon County, Dooley County, and then this is Sly County. The warning still includes portions of Sly County, but I really think the severe part of the storm has pushed east of you. It's radar indicated, but this storm did have a confirmed tornado with it earlier back near Ellaville. So these storms, they cycle up in intensity and they cycle down in intensity, and it looks like it could be cycling down. That doesn't mean the tornado threat is over, it just means the tornado threat has decreased. Now they can cycle back up, can drop a tornado for 2 or 3 minutes, and then that can do damage, and that's what we're most concerned with. Take cover now, that's what the Weather Service is saying. Can't be outdoors, you can't be in a mobile home, you can't be in your car. They do not offer protection from a storm. And again, it is heading towards Interstate 75, a main thoroughfare across central Georgia. A few people, and you still got time, but before this storm gets ready to approach 75, if you're near Unadilla or down towards Vienna, I would stay off of Interstate 75 if the storm continues to hold together and push off towards the east. So that is that one storm we are watching. And again, the Weather Service is constantly updating us on both these tornado warned storms. The one in Dodge County as well as Lawrence County, that's what we're watching. And again, I think this is really a damaging wind threat for this storm in Dodge County and Lawrence County. You see those bright shades of yellow. Those are very intense winds, and you can kind of see these little bowing areas. A lot of times you can get little quick spin-up tornadoes out ahead on this leading edge of these storms. That is what we are watching with these storms as it's making its way out of Dodge County and heading over to Lawrence County. And we may see an additional warning issued for the rest of Lawrence County and then over towards Wheeler County as well as Montgomery County. So that is what we are tracking right now, are those two storms. I'll go back to the big picture once again, show you that the tornado watch for our northern counties has been discontinued. Still got a tornado watch until 5 p.m. for much of South Georgia. Now, I really think the watch will be canceled by then. These storms are pushing through faster, and the watch will be allowed to be expired or canceled. And we do have a watch back across central Alabama, and then a new tornado watch has just been issued for the coastal empire up towards Charleston. So if you're heading down towards 16, that's where these storms are heading. Do keep that in mind. Again, I'll show you a picture from downtown Macon. Here's from on top of our TV station. Rain cooled 65 degrees in Macon. It was much warmer this morning. We were into the 80s. Got that north wind at 10, and the rain is still falling, looking north towards really the churches up on the hill from our station rooftop. We'll go back to the radar once again, just showing you that it's rain and lightning for many of our counties. But again, we do have these 2 tornado warnings as well as those continued severe thunderstorm warnings. And those storms really do kind of just stand out. If you just look at the amount of lightning they're both producing, tremendous amounts of lightning a lot of times show those are intense thunderstorms. When you see an increase in lightning all of a sudden, a lot of times that could signal that there is a tornado developing with these storms, and that's why we have a tornado warning again for Sumter County as well as Macon County, Dooley County, and then portions of Dodge County and Lawrence County. And again, you get over towards Montgomery County, Wheeler County, the rest of Lawrence County could be getting an additional warning, as well as Johnson County as well. not Johnson County, Treutlen County, maybe even see northern portions of Telfair County near the city of McRae. Back towards the west, heavy rainfall coming through Taylor County, still getting heavy rainfall in northern Macon County, Peach County, Warner Robins, as well as Houston County. Steady rain for the rest of us, and this rain's a welcome sight. We haven't had a good rain in middle Georgia in a couple of weeks for many locations, so it's washing away the pollen. That's certainly some good news. It's helping all the flowers and vegetables that are growing across the mid-state, and of course this could be stabilizing the atmosphere. That's what we want to see. We want to see this round of storms take all the energy that the storms later tonight could feed off of. And again, these are pretty potent storms, and we continue to watch those. And these two storms that we continue to watch have shown evidence of producing tornadoes, again in Dodge County as well as Lawrence County. And then you got the one that's moving essentially through northern Sumter County as we speak, extreme southern Macon County, and heading over towards Dooley County. And there's your new tornado warning. We figured we would get one, but it does now include the rest of southern Lawrence County. It's going to be getting over into Treutlen County. You get Montgomery County as well as Wheeler County. Looks like it's staying just to the north of Telfair County. McRae, this is going to stay just to the north of you. That's certainly some good news, but still, you're close to that polygon. Just pay attention to these storms over the next few minutes, and we'll dive into the specifics on this warning. New tornado warning for Dodge, Lawrence, Montgomery, Treutlen, and Wheeler County. The National Weather Service says at 1:09, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cedar Grove or 11 miles east of Eastman, moving east at 35 miles per hour. That is this most recent warning that we are seeing now that we figured would get continued from Dodge and Lawrence County. Here's the original warning near Caldwell. That's where you're seeing the most intense lightning and heavy rainfall, but now you've got that warning that's been extended. Does not include Telfair County, but does include the rest of Lawrence County, Treutlen County. Heads up, Soperton, this storm could be heading towards you, Montgomery County, as well as Wheeler County. And again, you see the core of that storm, tremendous amounts of lightning as it's working its way off towards the east. We'll go back to the velocity. This is kind of gives us a better idea of how the storm looks on the inside. Doppler winds, it tells us which way the winds are blowing, either away from the radar or towards the radar. And when you see that, a lot of times you can kind of depict where a tornado is. Now, this storm in Dodge and Lawrence County, you don't see one of those tight couplets where you see a lot of that bright red and bright green very close together, but this is a leading edge of it looks like a very intense area of wind. And when you get these very strong wind areas, a lot of times you can get little tornadoes developing on this, and those can quickly produce damage. So this is the area of concern we are watching for. And again, the Weather Service was saying this tornado was near Cedar Grove. So we'll get in here to some of these smaller communities. You see Jaybird Springs, that's actually down in Telfair County. So it's just to the north of you, but I mean, the main area of concern, here's Wheeler County High School. You get over towards Glenwood. This is staying north of the Lake Okmulgee State Park, but you get over towards Montgomery State Prison, Montgomery County Elementary School, and then additional warnings that we are the farther off towards the north, you get up towards Lowry. Does not include Wrench. You see that back in Lawrence County, but here's Highway 319, and again, it looks like if we have, it's going to be in this area, 319, US 319. Again, you see those bright shades of yellow and orange. Those are very intense winds. That's coming in, that's bulging out. And a lot of times when you get a bulge like that, that's going to be where you could get some of those tornadoes that quickly spin up. Now let's go back to Dooley County because we do have that secondary tornado warning for Dooley County. And this is what we are looking at as far as Dooley County. All right, let me show you the warning. Okay, so here is Macon County, here is Sumter County, and that's Sly County. That tornado threat has shifted out of Sly County, and this may be the greatest area of concern with this storm coming out of Sumter County. So it looks like around Highway 195, that is where we're looking at some of that stronger rotation with this storm. So near Methvins, and then heading over towards Drayton. This is the county line. So Dooley County, and this is Sumter County. And to me, this looks like to be the greatest concern for that rotation. Again, near Methvins, and then that's going to be moving through southern portions of Dooley County. Here's Vienna, there's Lilly, and again, you get over towards Interstate 75. Americus, this is well to the north and east of you now. So Americus, you're in the clear. I'd say Macon County, you're going to be in the clear from this storm, as it looks like that greatest area of concern as far as rotation is really in the southern part of this polygon. So you see the red line. If you're within that, that's where you got to be in your safe place. And to me, this looks like where we're dealing with the best circulation. You got that green that's inbound, that red that's outbound, and where they get close like that, that looks like where we could be seeing some of that stronger rotation with that storm. So that's the area we are concerned with. But we always tell people, if you're anywhere within the polygon, make sure you're in your safe place. That does include Byronville, Lilly, Pinehurst, Vienna. This is going to be moving towards you. Now, you saw that severe thunderstorm warning polygon just disappeared. We'll get an update in a minute, and I'm sure this tornado warning polygon will get trimmed back a little bit. And it may by then be strictly a Dooley as well as Sumter County storm that we're going to be watching. And again, Methvins right there. That's, to me, showing the best signs of circulation, but we're getting kind of far away from the radar. We don't have great radar coverage across southwest Georgia. We're trying to remedy that, but that just doesn't look like good evidence of a strong tornado. That's what we want to see. We don't want any strong tornadoes. Now, Dodge County, you're going to be in the clear from this tornado warning. So Eastman, you're good. This is strictly over in Lawrence County now, and really getting into northern Wheeler County. It'll be heading towards Montgomery County and portions of Treutlen County. So Dodge County, you're in the clear from this part of the storm. Now, you're still getting tremendous amounts of lightning, and we can see that on the radar. You still got these two storms that really just stick out. Tremendous amounts of lightning. They're like lightning bullseyes. And we may need to be watching this storm back into Marion County once again, Taylor County, and then Sly County. A lot of times you have to watch these storms on the leading edge. That's where they're getting all that inflow from the south. And that is what we are seeing with these storms. They're not competing with all this rain-cooled air off towards the north. Now, again, Sparta to Sandersonville, over towards Wrightsville and Johnson County, you're getting rain, you're getting lightning, you're getting rumbles of thunder. Houston County, you're doing the same thing, but this tornado warning just to the south of you, so that's certainly some good news. Houston County, you had your own tornado a few weeks ago, so you don't want a repeat of that, and hopefully we don't have any damage today. But again, we do have enough evidence that the National Weather Service continues these two tornado warnings, again, for Sumter and Dooley County, and then again for getting into portions of Wheeler County, Montgomery County, Treutlen County, and Lawrence County, especially to the south of Dublin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the Dublin camera, and we'll try to see if we can see anything. I guarantee you it is coming down in buckets in Dublin right now with all the wind and all the rain. So let's check it out. All right, let's load the Dublin camera in again. This is looking off towards the northwest wind at 14 miles per hour, temperature of 68. And again, we're looking north along Jefferson Street. This is the Jefferson Street Baptist Church. We're going to spin this around here in just a second, and we'll look off towards the south, and that's where we're going to be looking for maybe some better storm structure. Again, the tornado warning does not include the city of Dublin, but it does include southern portions of Lawrence County and really heading over towards Wheeler County, essentially, and then over towards Montgomery County as well as Treutlen County. So we'll spin this around, just give you a general idea. We're panning back towards the north, northeast, and then looking off towards the east, and then we'll pull back towards the south. And again, you kind of get a clear view, but it's rain, it's cloudy, it's gray across much of Lawrence County now as that main storm threat is off towards your south. And now we're looking towards the south, and you see a heavy rainfall. Roads are wet across Lawrence County, and we're all continuing to deal with that. But 68 degrees right now, that northwest wind at 14. not much going on in Dublin. That's certainly some good news. It's a pretty large population core down across Lawrence County. So just checking on that. Again, tornado watch, it continues until 5 p.m. for much of middle Georgia. But as I said, as these storms continue to push off to the south, they're stabilizing the air across middle Georgia. And we've already seen our northern counties discontinue from their watch. I expect more counties within the next hour will be trimmed away, and then eventually the watch will be allowed to expire. Again, we are watching these storms off towards the south and east, really south of Macon, south of Warner Robins right now. Now, you're still getting heavy rainfall across Peach County, out towards Fort Valley, Houston County, a lot of rain, lightning. Nothing severe, but of course, we always say thunder and lightning, that's just as dangerous as well, especially the lightning. And then we have these 2 tornado warnings that we are watching. Again, it looks like that core threat is going to be out of Sumter County now. So I really think this is a Dooley County storm and essentially a Lawrence and Wheeler County storm, as well as a Trutland, as well as Montgomery County storm. So that warning will likely be extended over towards the Vandalia area. But the problem is, and it's not a problem, it's just once you get south of Vandalia, that's another National Weather Service office. That's going to be the Weather Service office out of Charleston or Jacksonville. That covers southeast Georgia. And then these are the ones we work with out of the National Weather Service office in Atlanta, which is currently up in Peachtree City. So the 2 active tornado warnings we are dealing with is essentially Dooley County, and then you have Lawrence County, Trutland County, western portions of Montgomery County, and a large part of Wheeler County. And again, you don't have to be in the tornado part of the storm to get damage or have issues. Tremendous amounts of lightning with this storm just to the south of Dublin. You also got tremendous amounts of lightning with the storm approaching from the west. And we'll go back and look at the velocity on these storms. And on the velocity, you notice there's not a lot of lightning. I take the lightning off just to give you a better idea, kind of clean up the radar. And if we're looking at this particular warning, again, this is just not as clean as we'd like to see as far as pinpointing where we could possibly have rotation, and that is what we are looking for. Looks like we could have an area of rotation right over Vienna right now. So again, that's why the warning was issued so far out. You got to be in your safe place. Still in Byronville, you may not be under the tornado threat, but you're still included in that tornado warning, and that's what we always say. If you're within that polygon, there's enough of a threat that you need to be keeping an eye on everything. And I'll pop the lightning back on, excuse me, just to give you a general idea of where we're seeing some of that most intense lightning, and that's between Byronville and Vienna. So again, it's an intense thunderstorm, but again, when we're looking at velocity, we are looking at the winds within the storm. So that is what we are concerned with right now. All right, I'm going to pull back up the radar once again. I have to step off and grab a drink of water real quick. But again, those are our tornado right now. You got 145 for Dooley County and Lawrence and Dodge County until 1:30. So there we go. Tornado warning until 1:30. We are at 1:22 right now. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stennett on Fox 24, WGXA, and ABC 16 coming out of Macon. And we continue this severe weather coverage as we have 2 tornado warnings impacting portions of middle Georgia. The first one is until 1:45 p.m. It does include Dooley, Macon, Sly, and Sumter County. But with the new update, I'm pretty sure that's going to be only Dooley County. Sumter County, Sly, and Macon County, you're going to be in the clear with this storm. So Dooley County, you got to be in your safe place. Our second warning originally was for Dodge and Lawrence County, but has been extended off towards the east and now includes the rest of southern Lawrence County, Montgomery County, Wheeler County, as well as Trutland County, and that goes until 1:30. It's currently 1:23. So we're going to continue to watch these storms. Station policy is anytime there is a tornado warning in our viewing area, we're going to cover it live on air. And again, we are on ABC 16, and of course, we are on social media. We're streaming everything on our website, so do keep that in mind. Again, the main areas concerned continue to be really southern portions of Lawrence County and getting over into Wheeler County. And that new warning, we'll check on it because it's actually until 2 o'clock. There it is, that Lawrence, Montgomery, Treutlen, and Wheeler County. And that's that storm that originally prompted that Dodge and Lawrence County that's going to expire here shortly. Back off towards the north, we are in great shape for the city of Macon, city of Warner Robins. No issues to report as of right now. It's just rain, and a lot of rain, a lot of lightning with some of these storms. But again, no warnings back off towards our north and west, and I really think the air is stabilizing. That means it's becoming less favorable for strong to severe storms as it continues to work all this rain towards the south. Now, the air is still unstable where you're seeing these tornado warnings, and of course, portions of, say, Wilcox County, Telfair County, you're going to be dealing with these storms over the next few minutes, likely as they continue to drop off towards the south. Sandersville, Milledgeville, Sparta, Monticello, it's just plain rain. Up near Jasper, Putnam counties, just plain rain, no severe weather threat. The severe weather threat continues to be across our southern counties. And again, Dooley County, there's the new update from the National Weather Service. Again, this is completely a Dooley County storm from Byronville to Lilly to Vienna to Pinehurst to Unadilla. If by chance you're watching and you know somebody driving along 75, tell them just to pull off in Unadilla. Let this storm pass. Anybody in Vienna, maybe tell anybody to not get on 75, be off the roads, because this storm, once it races off towards the east, it's going to be likely impacting Interstate 75 very shortly. And again, we could put some tracks on some of these, but I want to go back to the velocity. The velocity lets us see a better idea of what's going on inside the storm. And it's not as clean as it has been. What we really look for when we're talking about severe weather and tornadoes, the possibility of tornadoes, but these storms are producing tremendous amounts of wind. So it doesn't matter if the wind's spinning or it's not. The wind can be doing damage. If it puts a tree on your house or on your car, you don't care if it was a tornado or damaging winds. You just know you have an insurance claim and you don't want to have to deal with that. So again, we continue to track these two storms. I would say the Dodge County storm, that warning, that's going to be allowed to expire, and that officially expires at 1:30. Again, it's 1:26 right now. The two areas of concern, really, Lawrence County, you're getting into Treutlen County, portions of Wheeler County, and then you get into, portions of Montgomery County, and then you get into Wheeler County. And we'll go a little bit closer on both these and give you a better idea of some of these communities. And you're seeing these shades of white. That's probably large hail falling, at least severe hail. So again, the tornado warning does include the threat for damaging winds and large hail, but also a tornado warning really includes that threat for a tornado, and that's what we're most concerned with. And again, this could be heading towards the Glenwood area. You see Terrytown's right here. You're not included in the warning, but you're right, very close. Here's Soperton. So we got Treutlen County right here. This is Lawrence County, and then you get down towards, essentially, you're getting closer to Interstate 16, or to the south of Interstate 16 is where this storm is. It's north of McRae, Mount Vernon. You're included in this warning. Here's Alamo, and then this is Highway 19, US Highway 280, US 319, of course, takes you down towards McRae. And then again, tremendous amounts of lightning with this storm, likely some large hail, and again, there is that chance for a tornado. So both the warnings continue from the National Weather Service, and again, these are radar-indicated tornadoes. That means it could be on the ground or it could not be on the ground, but again, there's enough rotation within the storm that the National Weather Service is going to continue these tornado warnings. New update from the Treutlen County storm, radar indicated. Thunderstorm, it was capable of producing a tornado, was located near Alamo, moving towards the east at essentially 35 miles per hour. So again, that's the part of the storm we were looking at right here. And you could probably see it. Alamo's where the Wheeler County Elementary School is. So Glenwood, you're up next. Montgomery County, this is the county line. Again, be in your safe place. And again, this is more than likely where we're seeing the strongest evidence of that rotation. You kind of get a little bit of an inflow notch right here. It looks like we could be seeing some rotation in this part of the storm. Again, don't focus on the colors. Just know that where you're seeing the lighter shades and the darker shades get closer together, it looks like there could be some rotation. Again, off towards the north, you're getting tremendous amounts of rainfall, a lot of lightning and hail with these storms. And there's a new tornado warning, so let's go back. I think that's going to be off towards the south, and we'll pull back, and there it is. It's going to be the storm coming out of Dooley County. Now, it's been kind of working off towards the south and east, so we do now have a new tornado warning for the rest of Dooley County, Crisp County, as well as Wilcox County. So Wilcox County, Crisp County does include the city of Cordele. You got to be in your safe place. This will take you over towards Abbeville. And again, here's Finlayson, Wallace. This is to the south of you. We'll see what the specifics say. And again, this tornadic part of the storm looks to be right over Vienna as we speak. So right along Interstate 75. Pull up the warning from the National Weather Service and see what exactly they are saying. This is going to be a tornado warning until 2:15. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Richmond or near Vienna, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Again, this is we were looking at. Here's Vienna. Here's Interstate 75. Lily, tremendous amounts of rainfall, tremendous amounts of lightning with this storm in your neck of the woods. But it looks like the tornado part is right over the Richwood area. So between Vienna and Richwood, and again, this is going to be the area of concern. We'll pull up the velocity once again. Again, I love going to the velocity because it gives us an inside look inside the storm. And this looked better on that last scan. So let's see. Again, this is the area of concern. That's where they were talking about it was over Richwood and near Vienna. Again, this was the area of concern. That was the previous radar scan. Now let's go to the current radar scan, and I would say it's going to be this part of the storm. Still in Dooley County, but now making its way into northern Crisp County. This is going to be off towards the north and east of Cordele, and then this is where you get over into Wilcox County. So what I'll do is I'll go in closer. I'll put a track on it. And of course, here's some landmarks. There's the Crisp Motorsports Park. This looks to be off towards your north and east. We'll put a track on this, give you an idea of where the storm's going over the next 15 minutes or so, tracking off towards the east. Pull it up. And again, these storms not moving especially fast. Usually severe weather, we can see the storms moving at 60 or 70 miles per hour. Not so much the case today. A lot of these have been under 35 miles per hour. And again, these are just these leading storms on the edge of this complex that we've been watching. Again, this is the area of concern. I'll circle that for you. And there's this no, that's the same tornado warning, okay. It's going to be in this general area. It's a very broad rotation. So here is Dooley County. This is Crisp County. And again, this is going to be tracking off towards these. This is the Wilcox County line. So the circulation right now is going to be in, really it looks to be northeastern Crisp County. Again, we got a new update. Okay, that's much better looking as far as what we are looking for on the radar. Doesn't look good for this area. That looks like to be our strongest area of circulation. So this is just to the northeast of Cordele, very near Pena, and that's going to be continuing to slide off towards the east. This is approaching US 280, and again, this storm's not moving really east. I think it's moving more southeast. So a lot of times in the severe weather season, we see storms moving from southwest to northeast. This event, they're really going to be moving from northwest to southeast just because that's the way the upper level flow is oriented. And again, this is going to be the area of most concern. Again, there's Crisp County Middle School. This is the area of concern. That's really standing out as far as some strong circulation just to the northeast of Cordele near Pena right now. I'll put a track on that and give you a general idea of what we could be seeing from this storm. where it's going to be heading and where it's, especially that core threat of that tornado threat. So this is heading off towards the east-southeast. We'll put a track on that. Listonia, that's going to be at 137. If it holds together, Pitt's at 146. And you notice this is currently at 1:33 or 1:34 p.m. And again, Crisp County, this is now completely in Crisp County, and that's going to be heading over to Wilcox County. North and east of Cordele, that's where we're seeing that strongest indication of circulation with this storm. So that is what we are dealing with currently with these storms. And again, they pulse up in intensity, they pulse down in intensity, and that is what we've been seeing with a lot of these storms today. And really, the only tornadoes have been across, our tornado threats have been in our southeastern counties. There's a new update from the radar. I'll take the track off of there. We'll see where and you notice it's not as intense as it was. You don't see that bright green that you were still seeing, but there is still very strong circulation within this part of the storm, right along, or really a parallel to US 280. Again, you got Cordele, Pena, the Crisp County Motorsports Park, and then again, this is all completely east of Interstate 75 as we speak. The storm will continue to track off towards the east at 35 miles per hour. So it's going to be heading over towards Pitts as well as Rochelle here shortly. So keep that in mind over the next few minutes as we're going to be watching these storms. It's not the only storm we are watching. We continue to deal with that tornado warning storm over in our southeastern counties. Still includes portions of Lawrence County. So again, it kind of gets messy down here, but you got Montgomery County, you got Trutland County, you got Wheeler County, and you got Lawrence County. The tornado threat is going to be over for Lawrence County. This has shifted completely over into essentially Wheeler County as well as Montgomery County. Now, once you cross out of Montgomery County, that's a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for Vidalia. So do keep that in mind. That is what we are watching. And again, the Weather Service agrees with that. This looks to be mostly a damaging wind threat. You see those bright yellows? Those are winds likely of 60 to 70 miles per hour. And we'll pull those up and just see how they look on the velocity product. Again, you get a velocity of 63 miles per hour. That's damaging winds right there. If that's making it to the surface, that's going to be producing tree and power issues across portions of Wheeler County and down into Montgomery County. And then that's going to cross over into Toombs County, where Vidalia is. And then there's Toombs Central, there's Uvalde, that's in portions of Montgomery County. So again, this is the most intense part of the storm. There could be circulation out on the leading edge of this, and that's why we have that tornado warning, but right over the city of Mount Vernon. You're getting rocked and rolled with very gusty winds, as well as those torrential rainfall and tremendous amounts of lightning. And again, good news is, it looks like the Weather Service opting to go with severe thunderstorm warning instead of extending the tornado warning. So that's certainly some good news, as I really think this storm is going to be more of a damaging wind event as it continues to push off towards Toombs County. And again, Vidalia, you're up next. There's Uvalde, and again, Mount Vernon is under the gun with this storm currently. So that's the one storm off towards our south and east. We'll go back and show you the Crisp County storm. That has shown a better evidence of rotation over the last few minutes. And again, these storms, again, pulse up in intensity. Doesn't look as impressive, but there's rotation in this. And a lot of times when we talk about a supercell, we call those mesocyclones. A supercell is a rotating thunderstorm. Now, that doesn't mean it's producing severe weather or producing a tornado, but it is rotating. And there's enough rotation within this storm, whether it's very broad right now, not as intense as it was. When it tightens up, a lot of times that shows us a lot of times that could be when we're dealing with a potential development of a tornado. We'll pull up the debris tracker. A lot of times we look at this. The radar can see when debris is getting lofted. Any area of concern where that circulation was showing up, we're not seeing a spot where we could be dealing with some debris being lofted. That's certainly some good news. We don't want any debris being lofted because that means we could be seeing damage in a confirmed tornado. But again, right now we are just watching the radar. Again, we always tell people, great ways. You got to have multiple ways to receive those severe weather alerts. Always say every home, every business, every school in Middle Georgia needs to have a NOAA weather radio, but you also have to have multiple severe weather notifications, including the WGXA Skywatch weather app. Again, it's been giving us the warnings faster than I get them from the Weather Service. That's certainly some great news. But it's free and easy. Those push notifications, you can select the warnings that you want to receive, the watches you want to receive. You can set your location. You can follow you. If you're traveling across the country, it will work across the country as far as the watches and warnings, so do keep that in mind. And of course, it has that interactive radar that will show you where you are, where the storms are, and where the storms are heading. So again, don't forget you can always download the WGXA Skywatch weather app. And the best thing about it, it's free. But again, that's just what we are dealing with right now. Back to the radar. This is what we are seeing. Widespread rain across Middle Georgia. Still quite a bit of lightning back off towards the west. Now, the strongest storms continue to be these in Wheeler County, Treutlen County, and really getting into Montgomery County, heading towards Toombs County. And you got the one storm in Crifts County, heading over into Wilcox County, and there's still portions of it are in Dooley County. And you can again see the intensity of those storms by the amount of lightning they are producing. When you see very strong thunderstorms, they produce tremendous amounts of lightning, and you got two bullseyes as far as these updrafts, these thunderstorms, those most intense thunderstorms. And again, these are the only two areas of concern. Everything back off towards the north and west, this is just rain and thunder and lightning, nothing severe. And again, the severe weather threat, it's confined to our southern counties right now. All this air has been stabilized. We're seeing temperatures in the 60s right now. And let's look at that. Let's look at the actual temperatures across Middle Georgia. And you're losing a lot of that fuel, that instability, because the temperatures have cooled off. But this is why you're seeing severe weather. You got 80s down towards the south where the storms have not made it. We're sitting in the 60s right now across Middle Georgia. Rain, cooled air, that makes a difference. That's why we are not seeing more severe weather. And as these storms continue to push off towards the south, that stable air will be moving in. Now, we could have more strong storms later tonight. We'll worry about that later tonight. But again, we've got to get through this first round. And we knew we'd have this first round during the day today, but then we could have a second round tonight. And I'm just going to look at a couple of future radars of what could be occurring later tonight. This is going to be new data to me, so we're going to be watching this together. Not necessarily what's going to happen, but it just gives you a general idea. Now, we'll fast forward this. You notice I really think by 4, 5 o'clock, we are clear in Middle Georgia. Now, later tonight, we have to watch things off towards the west. It looks like we could be, and this is showing tomorrow morning, more strong storms certainly possible to start our Friday commute. So that could be another what we call an MCS rolling through, a mesoscale convective system. And what that means is it's a cluster of thunderstorms that can produce damaging winds, that can produce large hail, and that can produce a tornado. And the models have been showing this, and this is what the Weather Service has been talking about, is if the atmosphere can recover. And these storms are going to originate in Texas today, and they're going to rapidly push across the southeast. And I'll actually show a bigger picture of what we could be seeing as far as the future radar, and not just here locally, but across portions of the deep south. So I'll pull this up, give you a general idea. We're going to change the camera view to the southeast, and this will just show you kind of what we are dealing with as we head through today. So again, complex 1 we are dealing with right now. Round 2, that could be what we are dealing with later tonight and maybe tomorrow morning, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. But I'm going to show you these storms as they develop and race off towards the east later tonight. And again, that's what we're going to be most concerned with later tonight. Again, another MCS, a mesoscale convective system, a complex of thunderstorms that'll be working across from Texas through Louisiana. And you can see those, they start to develop 8, 9 o'clock tonight. They're going to be rapidly moving off towards the east, heading through Mississippi, Alabama during the morning hours. And again, good news is this has actually slowed down the overall threat, It looked earlier like it was going to be between midnight and 5 a.m., which is the worst part of the day to have severe weather because everybody is asleep and not paying attention to the weather. But then this is pushing through middle Georgia tomorrow morning. I like that idea. If we can get this through during the daylight hours, that makes it a lot easier. And then again, we are setting the stage for an incredible Mother's Day weekend of weather. Just great weather for Mother's Day, indeed, across all of middle Georgia and really much of the deep south. But we got to get through today first. All right, we got a new tornado warning. We'll go back to the radar. Looks to be for Wheeler and Montgomery County. And pull up the radar real quick, and there it is. That is what we were looking at. And they're going with the pink polygon, and what that means is this is a confirmed tornado. So let's look at what the Weather Service is saying with this. A confirmed tornado was located near Alston or near Mount Vernon, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So let's go back down there. This is going to be right in the heart of Montgomery County. So here's Alston, and there's Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon, you're getting heavy rainfall, tremendous amounts of lightning, but the actual warning was saying this part of the storm down towards Uvalde and Alston, Long Pond, McGregor, and what we'll do is we'll pull up the velocity back on this product. And again, the velocity is the wind speeds within the storm that we look for. This looks like it's got a pretty good scope on it. It's just very broad rotation. I'm just not liking what I see as far as the threat. Again, that's good. We don't want to see one of those tight couplets. But again, this is likely the area of concern. This is tremendous amounts of wind. There's Mount Vernon. Here's Highway 221 dropping down towards Uvalde. And then you get over into Toombs County. So you're dealing with Montgomery County currently, and that new warning does include Toombs County. And once this crosses into Toombs County, that actually belongs to the television market in Savannah. Our sister station will pick that up. But then we still have this other warning with the storm, and it doesn't look as great as it did on the radar earlier, but still, Wilcox County, as well as Dooley County and portions of Chris County still under that tornado warning. And we should get an update on that warning here shortly, and we'll see how it changes. But again, main area concern with this confirmed tornadoes, what the National Weather Service is saying, continues to be, there's the community of Oak Grove, you got the Montgomery State Prison, Mount Vernon, that's where you got Montgomery County Elementary School. Here's the community of McGregor, there's Valdelia, South Thompson, Santa Claus. This again, this is over in the Toombs County, and there's Lyons. This is US 280. Of course, US 280 runs you back through Mount Vernon. Here's US 221 that drops you down towards Long Pond, and there's Alston. That's where they've been saying that the area that was probably seeing that confirmed tornado. And again, there's Uvalde. You get down to Lumber City. This does not include you. This is mainly off towards your north and east. And again, the velocity profiles, that's very intense wind that we are watching. So this storm is likely doing damage as it's crossing out of Montgomery County and heading over into Toombs County. Again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning, but now a confirmed tornado warning with this storm as it continues to push off towards the south and east. And we've been seeing this. Multiple rounds of these storms today have been pulsing up in intensity. They'll produce a tornado for a few minutes, and then they'll decrease in intensity, and that tornado will lift, and then the storms cycle. That's what we call, they cycle up in intensity, cycle down in intensity, and that's what these storms do. These are not your major EF4 or EF5s, but I'm telling you, an EF1, EF0, that can do just as much damage. It can do it can cause a tree to fall on your house, and you think it's the end of the world. That's just how you got to take every one of these storms very seriously. Getting back towards the Wilcox County storm, again, Vienna, you're still included in this warning as well as Cordele, but I really think when we get an update from the National Weather Service, which will be here shortly, that we're going to be seeing this mainly to be a Wilcox County storm. Just a heads up, what's downstream from Wilcox County, this is Southern Dodge County, this is Telfair County, so you're not in the clear yet. This is actually heading over towards your direction. Keep that in mind. Jacksonville, Lumber City, we could see this warning issued farther off towards the east. And again, this is when you get down towards the Ocmulgee River and the Oconee River, where they kind of meet up down that way and then head off towards Savannah. Bring back the regular radar. Again, rain, rain, rain. That's what we're dealing with across middle Georgia. And again, sure, we're seeing lightning back towards the west. Nothing severe. That's certainly some great news, but we're going to continue to deal with some of this heavy rainfall. Let's check on some of these rainfall totals we've already received this morning and into the afternoon. Now, this is going to be since midnight, so some of these totals, some locations are going to have a lot more than other locations, but look at that, Fort Valley. So far, 1.44 inches, making almost 8/10 of an inch. Byron, you're over an inch of rain. Again, you get down into our southern counties, still hasn't rained in some locations. So Americus, Vienna, we'll get a new update at this at the top of the hour, and that will have increased, I assure you of that. Byronville, you as well. Eastman, again, we'll be watching those totals again as you head off towards the south and the east. Not as much rainfall, but Fort Valley, you are the winner right now. And the rain is still falling across Peach County. Gray, you've had 1/2 inch of rain. Sparta, 4/10, the same for Eaton. Milledgeville, just 1/4 inch. Sandersville, almost or just over 1/10 of an inch. And then you get towards Warner Robins. That's going to increase. Again, these get updated every hour. We're about 10 minutes away from the new update. So we'll check this again at 2 o'clock when the new update comes out. But again, we're still dealing with 2 tornado warned storms in middle Georgia that we're having to track very carefully, as both storms have had a history of producing a tornado, and these continue to be in our southern and southeastern counties. And there's that update. So strictly a Wilcox County storm now. Does include Abbeville, does include Rochelle, and then you're getting Montgomery County, portions of Wheeler County. That clips the southeastern portions of Wheeler County. And then we're going to have to watch this area, I would say, near McRae. We could see an additional warning for that part of the storm. Again, that's Telfair County. You see a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's to the south of us. That's issued by the National Weather Service office in Tallahassee. Again, all our counties are covered by the Atlanta office, which is in Peachtree City. Then you get down towards the south, Albany, South Georgia, Southwest Georgia. That's all covered by the National Weather Service in Tallahassee. So we are watching that. Again, we got to get this storm out of Wilcox County. Again, this could be clipping Dodge County here shortly, the rest of Wilcox County, Telfair County, and it could even make portions of Wheeler County once again. So just because this initial storm is passing off towards your east in Wheeler as well as Montgomery County, now really getting over into Toombs County, tremendous amounts of lightning near Vidalia right now. So again, these are intense thunderstorms, and a lot of times when you see these lightning output increase, that's usually showing signs that we're likely seeing a tornado develop or an intensifying thunderstorm, not necessarily. So not just the tornado threat with these, we are watching for that hail threat, and of course we are watching for damaging winds. These storms can produce damage without necessarily even having any issues. So that is what we are dealing with these storms. And again, just checking everything. The National Weather Service doing a great job today, keeping us informed on what they're thinking. Tornado warning for Wilcox County, we'll just look at that. Severe thunderstorm was located near Pleasant View, or 12 miles east of Cordell, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So we'll go back and look at that one. Again, all of Wilcox County, you're getting hammered right now, except that southeastern part. But again, heavy rainfall, tremendous amounts of lightning. We're seeing some of this white show up. That is likely some hail falling just to the north of Rochelle. Again, this is impacting Abbeville. US 280, once again, a major thoroughfare across middle Georgia that runs from the Columbus area essentially and then over towards the east. That continues to watch with this storm. Again, south of Finlayson, again, lots of lightning with this storm. This is Dooley County. This is your Chris County. Y'all are in the clear as far as the tornado warned part of this storm. It's still raining. It's still thunder and lightning back in Chris County as well as Dooley County. But then you get over towards Eastman. Again, I would not be surprised if the Weather Service, the way they've been issuing these warnings, maybe we get a warning for southern portions of Dodge County. It will be south of Eastman, but the rest of Wilcox County and then Telfair County, again, just a heads up. would not be surprised for you or even portions of Wheeler County to get another warning. Back towards Americus, it's just plain rain right now. Sly County, Marion County. This storm we were tracking in Wilcox County, it actually started in Marion County, did produce a confirmed tornado near Ellaville, and then it worked across and then kind of dropped off towards the south and east. So it's not moving relatively off towards the east, it's moving more south of east than anything. Back here in Macon, looks like around North Macon, you're kind of getting a break in the rain. Still raining over downtown Rutland, over towards Dry Branch. I assure you, Dry Branch is not dry today. Lizella, Muzella, Roberta, Crawford County, that's it's all rain. And then we go back towards Sandersville, Washington County, Hancock County, Putnam County, still dealing with rain. Back towards the west, we look across East Alabama. Quite a bit of thunderstorm activity, but this part of Alabama has not been worked over like our atmosphere is. So from Montgomery over towards Auburn, Opelika, these storms will continue to head off towards the east, but as they do, they'll be running into a more stable air mass. And I think those storms will kind of be like these storms and start diving towards the south and east, looking for that more unstable air, because that's what drives these thunderstorms, that warm, unstable air. And as I showed you before, Middle Georgia, we've had quite a bit of rainfall, and it has really cooled off our temperatures. And again, that's why we're not dealing with the severe weather threat anymore for most of Middle Georgia. 65 right now in Warner Robins, 65 in Cochran, 68 in Dublin. And again, this is rain-cooled air. The atmosphere has stabilized. You get down towards the south a little bit, still dealing with these storms across McRae, Mount Vernon. You're still into the 80s, and just got a new severe thunderstorm warning coming in. Let's go check that out. I know it's going to be for portions of Dodge County. Let's see what the Weather Service is saying. So we'll pull up the radar once again, and there it is. Great news. It looks like they're letting that tornado warning become more of a severe thunderstorm warning. That is what we want to see. So there's McRae, so it does include extreme southern Dodge County, western portions of Telfair County, and the rest of Wilcox County. That's going to continue. There you go. They've just discontinued that tornado warning. That's certainly some great news. So now it's more of a wind and hail threat with the storm coming through Abbeville. The storm has lost its rotation. The core of the storm, south of Eastman, this is going to stay south of McRae, but it's heading right towards Abbeville, and then that will continue down towards Lumber City, essentially. There's Ryan, Milan, Jacksonville, Lumber City. You are not included in the warning, but you got storms off towards your north and west. Once again, as soon as we get this storm out of, or this warning out of Wheeler County and Montgomery County, we can go back to programming. But again, what you're seeing, when you see the change in the polygon, and it looks like the worst of this storm is over into Toombs County right now and near Valdelia, but that's a confirmed tornado. There's a confirmed tornado within this storm as it's dropping off towards the south and east. And likely what it is, it's radar confirmed. That means they're seeing debris within this storm or something like that. So the Weather Service, they know what they're looking for with these storms, and that is what we are dealing with. So I'm getting confirmed damage out of Dodge County. So these storms have been producing quite a bit of damage. Wheeler County, confirmed tornado. That's that storm we are looking at as we speak. And then again, Dodge County looks like you've had quite a bit of damage. And again, you can always send our damage into our newsroom or chime in. Chime in is a great way to send us those damage pictures. Let us know where you are, and you can see it on air and online, of course. But again, the only tornado warning left for our counties in Middle Georgia continue to be this confirmed tornado warning for Montgomery County, as well as southeastern portions of Wheeler County. Tornado warning for Wilcox County has been discontinued, been replaced with a severe thunderstorm warning that does include Wilcox County, southern Dodge County, and portions of Telfair County, not including McRae or McRae or Helena, but Helen, Helen is up in North Georgia, but again, that's what we are watching for right now. And then these storms continue to push off towards the south and east. So that is what we are dealing with. Just, again, circulations, gusty winds, and heavy rainfall with these storms. And again, we still have that tornado watch until 1 p.m. for Macon County, or Bibb County. That has been extended until 5. So this is what we are dealing with these storms off towards the south and east. This watch will not last until 5. The tornado threat will be gone by then. But then, like I said, we will be watching maybe for later tonight another round of strong storms that we'll have to keep an eye on. And again, we'll show you the future radar for tonight. Good news is it looks like it's slowing the second round of thunderstorms down. It looks like it'll be tomorrow morning after you wake up. So here's 7 a.m. tomorrow, 8, 9. If this model were to hold true, and again, the second round is a conditional threat. Our atmosphere has really been zapped today. But if we get some sunshine later this afternoon, we could see some of those instability values build back up, and we could be dealing with another round of strong to severe storms. Again, that is what we are dealing with. It's 1:59, so we are at 2 o'clock. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett, WGXA, Fox 24, as well as ABC 16, and we've been tracking severe weather for the last couple of hours. Again, across middle Georgia, all the severe storms have been south of Macon, south of Warner Robins. That's certainly some good news, and most of the activity has now been pushing off towards the south. One active tornado warning in our viewing area, and it continues to be this one for extreme. And I really want to say it's mainly out of Montgomery County. As soon as we get an update from the Weather Service, there you go. You're seeing that warning continue to be issued. So Toombs County is under the gun right now, but you still have enough of a threat from Montgomery County as well as portions of Wheeler County. That's why we continue to deal with the severe weather coverage. And there we go. That's certainly some good news. So I'm going to go big picture once again. Again, it's 2 o'clock. All active tornado warnings have been discontinued across middle Georgia as the threat continues to shift off towards the south and east. So again, we're going to continue watching things very carefully, especially that Wilcox County storm. That'll be the one, if it were to go tornadic, it could still impact portions of Wilcox County, southern portions of Dodge County, as well as portions of Telfair County as it continues to slide off towards the east. But again, 2 o'clock, I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett. We'll start winding down this severe weather coverage. And again, we'll be watching more storms later tonight. Meteorologist Ryan Miranda will be in, and he'll be covering that for you. But again, we'll be watching these storms, severe weather threat kind of winding down for many of us right now as the rain-cooled air temperatures are into the 60s. So with that being said, one severe thunderstorm warning: Wilcox County, Dodge County, Telfair County. And again, if it does become tornadic, we will break back into coverage. But it has been my pleasure serving you. We will send you back to programming on ABC 16 and Fox 24.